It's considered the best job in the public service, an ambassadorship to the United States. But for Joe Hockey, Donald Trump's presidency brought a whole new set of challenges. The former Treasurer is now reflecting on his time in Washington as he prepares to leave that post, giving 7 News an exclusive look inside his life, inside America's Trump's America.
Perched high on a hill in another nation's capital sits a familiar flag and a very familiar face.
Colder than Canberra.
Yeah.
This 4-storey mansion has been Joe Hockey's home for 4 years.
Of course, at various times governments have thought about selling the properties.
I can imagine.
So
Treasurer's trying to get some cash.
Treasurer's trying to get some cash, exactly.
But the official residence has never seen an ambassador or a president quite like this.
Everything stays in these 4 walls, and
It's like cabinet.
yeah, that's right.
The former Treasurer has been credited with spearheading Australia's approach to the New World Order.
Are you the Trump whisperer?
I don't really whisper to him.
With the help of a few rounds of golf,
Well, it's not my golf game that he's impressed with.
he's seen the land down under exempt from crippling trade tariffs and visa restrictions.
And everyone has an opinion on Donald Trump. But if you come to the table and say, look, on behalf of my country, let's work together.
But now Joe Hockey's work here is done.
There's time to move on, as there was from politics, even though I had some unfinished business.
Unfinished business that literally followed him to the States.
What's it like with Turnbull and now Morrison, who obviously took your job as Treasurer, when they fly over here and it's your job to be out there with a smile on your face, shaking their hand?
Well, look, you know, I said when I left Parliament, I'm putting my country first.
Have you forgiven him for the spill?
I'd move on. I have to move on. I think looking back with a dark heart is cancerous for your future.
Well, the President's made Joe Hockey's time here in DC more interesting and sometimes more challenging. The ambassador says Australians shouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump's still in the White House by the end of the year.
I would never underestimate Donald Trump.
Future estimations will be a problem for his successor, former Liberal frontbencher Arthur Sinodinos.
Is there a rule book anymore that you can pass on, or has it been thrown out the window?
There's no rule book.
The Hockeys will stick to DC for now.
My main concern is some of the accents. They roll their R's.
But will always call Australia home.
Aussies will always come up and say, "G'day, Joe," and I really like that. I mean, I miss that.
In Washington, DC, Amelia Brace, 7 News.